Many of you guys have heard of me before. I'm Jacob. I'm the third and the last of the patriarchs. My parents are Isaac and Rebecca. And you may have heard my twin brother, Esau. With twins, it works in a way that one comes first, we don't come out at the same time. And when the first comes first, that person receives a thing called a birthright. You get double the inheritance, double the land, and it's all fine and dandy. But you know what, Esau had that, but he also has something else, my father's love. I wanted my father's love so much, but I got my mother's instead. Esau was the manly man in the house. He went out and he hunted, he killed, he did everything labor. I was more of the home boy, mama's boy type of thing. I like to stay home, do chores, cook a good meal and everything. But everybody needs to do that. We don't have a facilities teams that come clean our rooms. We don't have a Chartwells, but hey, that might be a good thing. But I made one thing that everybody wanted, and it was this stew. This stew was the most fantastic thing I could make. Everybody wanted it, and everybody would do something for it, especially Esau. Esau came home one day after a hard day of work outside, and he comes in and goes, "Jacob, I have to have some of that stew. I am hungry, I am thirsty, I need that." "Oh, of course, Esau, of course you can have my stew. On one condition. Let me have that birthright." Like, come on. Esau, without thinking, immediately goes, "Sure, here." As he goes across the table to grab the stew, to scarf it down his throat. At that moment, I had the birthright. I had double the inheritance. I had double of the land. But what else could I get? So as time went on, life went on. Isaac was about to pass away. And he looks to Esau and goes, "Esau, I would like to bless you before I pass away. My eyes are getting weak. If you would like to go out into the field and prepare me something to eat, I will give you my blessing." Well, like I said, I was my mom's favorite, so my mom overheard all this, and she goes, "Jacob, listen, I overheard a conversation that your father and Esau just had about giving a blessing. I think you should get it. I think that would be great. In fact, if you go out into the woods right now and you grab 2 young goats and bring them back to me, I will prepare just the way your father likes it." So, okay, that sounds good to me. I get the blessing. So I'm out to the field. I'm grabbing 2 young goats. I'm bringing them back in. Mama whoops up something good for him, and I get to deliver to him. Now, remember what I said. My father's eyes are a little weak now, so he can't really recognize who's who. I mean, to an extent. So what I did is I got some goat skin, put it on me. And it was kind of gross, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And so I looked like Esau in a way, because Esau was kind of a hairy man. So I looked like Esau, and I gave it to my father, and my father blessed me. So now I got my father's blessing. Now I got double the inheritance, double the land. I got it all. And you could probably think when Esau heard about this, he wasn't a happy man. He was not happy. Esau was actually out to plan to kill me. That was a lot to take in. So my mom told me to run until I get to her brother's house, to my uncle Lakeland, who I've never met before. So I'm out. I'm booking it. I'm gone. She took care of the excuses to my father while I'm gone about marrying some other woman. I let her worry about that. But I'm out of there. So I'm on my way, but nightfall came, and I decided to lay down and take some sleep. I need some rest. So I got down, lay on the ground. I used a rock as a pillow, and that's not comfortable. If any of y'all use a rock as a pillow, it's not really comfortable. In fact, I still need a special mattress, like one of those Tempur-Pedic mattresses. I need one of those still. And my back's all messed up. But somehow I got to sleep that night. And in that sleep, I had this dream from God. And God came down, and actually I wrote this down. It was so good. It goes, He said, "I am the Lord, the God of your father, Abraham, and the God of Isaac. I will give you and your descendants the land on which you are lying. Your descendants will be like the dust of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. All people on earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I promised to you." Well, God, that's what you say you are my God. This land is yours. So I took that rock that I was using as a pillow, and I put oil on it, and I called this new land Bethel. That was the new city's name. So as I left, I kept going, and I kept running to my uncle's house, and I got to the general area where he's at, and I found some shepherds. And I looked at shepherds and goes, hey, do you guys know who Laban is? And they're like, oh, in fact, we do. What a coincidence. We found some shepherds, and they know who Laban is. So I go, that's awesome. And they go, yeah, actually, over there, that is Rachel. That is his daughter. I'm like, no way. So I'm running over to Rachel now. I am so happy. I kiss her, and I tell her my story. She's excited too, so we both are running back to Laban now. So she tells Laban the entire story. Laban is thrilled that I'm here. He's willing to take me in, and as I can sleep there. He can feed me and all stuff. Obviously, I'm going to be there for a little bit. He's all still trying to kill me now, so I'm going to be there for a little while. So I'm going to have to work for him. But Laban was also so generous to give me a wage too. He goes, what would you like? What would you like if you work for me? And I'm like, okay. Well, what do I want? Probably use my mom's excuse of why I'm actually here, to find a wife. So I looked to his two daughters, and Leah, she was nice. Rachel though, whoo, man, she was a good-looking girl. So I was like, you know what? I want that one. But I didn't say it like that. That would be a little weird. But I was like, I'll take Rachel. And he goes, fine. As long as you work for me for 7 years, you can have her. And now, can I ask you guys a question? Have you ever felt like in life, time just flies by so fast? It just kind of flies by. The older you get, time flies. That's what it was kind of like here. I was so in love with this Rachel girl, time flew by. It only felt like a couple of days, but it took 7 years. So anyway, 7 years down the road, I get Rachel, and that night we made love, and I will spare you the details, but it was good. Wake up in the morning, turn over, the light shining through. That's not Rachel. That's Leah. Nice. So I'm a little living now. So I am trying to find Laban. I'm on a witch hunt. I'm trying to find like, yo, what went on 7 years of work here and I get this? Not cool. So Laban and I were talking now. He goes, well, it's not proper to marry somebody, the younger one. You have to get the older one, blah, blah, blah. Some details like that. And I was like, fine. Can I work for you for another 7 years? I can get Rachel? Absolutely. So I worked for another 7 years. Time flew by, and now I have Rachel. Now I have Leah and Rachel, 2 wives. It was super great. And at that time, too, kids were popping out everywhere. I got 11 kids at the end of this, left and right. There was a time where Rachel wasn't bearing kids. It was only Leah, one after another. Then Rachel got jealous, and I had to sleep with her servant. And Leah wanted me to sleep with her servant. And then Rachel was bearing kids. We got a lot of kids now. So we got a lot of kids. I got 2 wives, and I'm tired now. I want to go home. God said He'll tell me when I get to go home, but I want to go home now. So I went to Laban. I said, Laban, I think it's time for me to go home. I have my wife, my children. It's time for me to go. He goes, no, not yet. Don't go home yet. I feel like you're a blessing to me when you're here. So what do I have to give you for you to stay? I'm like, you don't have to give me anything. I do want some of your livestock. I want some lambs. So all the ones that are out there that are speckled, that look a little funny, I'll take them. I'll take them all. He goes, fine. In fact, they should be mine anyway. He had a little livestock when I got there. He has a lot now since I've been there. I deserve a couple of them. So time goes on, and it's been 20 years now. 20 years to have Leah, Rachel, we got kids, and we got livestock. It's been a while, and one time's going on too. Laban's attitude started changing, and he started being weird, and his wages started withering. Like I wasn't getting as much as I was getting anymore, and his servants were telling Laban that I was only there to take all that he had, and so we weren't getting along, and it was getting a little weird. So I needed to get out of there, and right when I thought I needed to get out of there again, God told me that I needed to get out of there, and I can go home. So I consulted my 2 wives about it, and I said, hey, I think it's time for us to go home now. And they agreed. They're like, whatever your God says, we can go. So we gathered our stuff, and we just left. We didn't say goodbye to Laban at all, and we just kind of left. So as we're going, we're camping out one night. It's about 3 days since we left, and Laban finds us. Laban's not happy. So Laban confronts me, and he's just saying how awful of a person I am and everything. But he then ends with, well, God told me not to say anything good or bad about you. But one thing, why did you take my gods? Your gods? I don't need I have a God. I have one God. I don't need yours. In fact, you can look through my camp and see if I have any of your gods. Laban said, in fact, I will. So he goes into Leah's tent, can't find anything. He goes into Rachel's tent, can't find anything. So he comes back to me and said, you can't find anything, huh? I don't have any of your gods. So we had more exchange of words, and then we made a pillar, a covenant between us two, that I will not pass this pillar to hurt him, and he will not pass this pillar to hurt me. And so he camped out with us for the rest of the night, and he left the next morning, kissed the grandchildren, said bye to his daughters, and he left. So now's the final departure to see Esau. It's been a while. Like I said, 20 years. It's been a while. Hopefully things have calmed down. Wasn't too sure yet, so I sent servants ahead. I said, hey, can you guys just go see, tell them that your servant Jacob is coming. Tell Esau that, please. So maybe just feel out the area. Feel out the area. That's what I want. Feel out the area. And they go, all right. So they go ahead and they come back and go, yeah, see, Esau, he's got 400 men. They don't look happy. Look like they could kill you. So I'm freaking out now. I'm freaking out. I know God said he's got me and everything, but I'm not sure. So I'm thinking of different plans now. Maybe I could split up my family into two different groups in case one gets slaughtered, the other one can just run away. They can be free. So I'm freaking out. So as we're going, the night's going, and I push everybody to the side, and I kind of just want some more prayer time myself, just by myself that night. So I'm there, and I'm laying down, and I start wrestling with a man. That was the weirdest thing. But I realized it was God who I was wrestling with. And we wrestled all night. We wrestled all night. And I could say I was winning for most of the time until he took a cheap shot and made me walk with a limp now. But I asked him to bless me. And he did bless me. He gave me a new name. Hi, my name is Israel. I'm the one who struggles with God. I'm the one who struggles with people, but with God, I can overcome. So now, for our final departure to home, I get to Esau with the 400 men. I go in front of my family, and I get down on my knees. I said, Esau, your servant Jacob is here. Put my head down, and Esau comes at me and runs at me and hugs me, and that I am home. He is happy that I am home. We love each other. We catch up. I show him the kids I've had, my wives I've had. He gets to meet the family. It's all good. There is no hard feelings. At the end, we just went our separate ways. And I don't deserve that. If there's two things you can get from this message of my story, there's one thing is this. We will wrestle with God when we don't trust him. God, we want comforting words sometimes, but God will deliver it in some ways that are unwanted, like wrestling. My second thing is this, to forgive. I don't deserve Esau's forgiveness. We don't deserve our God's forgiveness. We will realize our mistakes, we will fall down to our knees in front of God, and he will look at us and just love on us, and he will hug us and say, everything is okay. There is no hard feelings. Everything's all right. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for this class, God, that we can just present your word, God. Thank you for Jacob and Esau and teaching us that story, God, and revealing more of who you are. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.